Hi there, welcome to www.highschoolmaths.co.uk. Today we're going to be looking at factorising using a common factor. So, you've heard the word common factor before, and what you're looking for really here is you're looking at two or more terms and you're looking to see what they have in common. So, it could be that they have a common letter or they have a common multiple. For instance, they're both in the 4 times table, or they could have a combination of both. So, that's what we're going to look at here and how that process works when you're factorising an algebraic expression. Okay, so we're going to start off, we're going to go over 8 examples here to go through the kind of key ideas of factorising. So let's have a look at the first one. Now, the first few are just going to be number common factors to get started off nice and easy, and that's what I always suggest you look for first. So if we look at both these terms, we've got 4x and an 8. Okay, they're both multiples of 4. They're both in the 4 times table. So we would take out a common factor of 4. Okay, now once we've done that, there isn't any other common factor. There will be later on, but not for this example. Once we've done that, we open up the bracket and we'll have to kind of think 4 times what will give us this original expression. So if we think about the first part first, 4 times what would give you 4x? Well, 4 times x would give you 4x, plus sign in between. 4 watts give us 8, well, 4 twos give us 8. So it's the reverse process of multiplying out a bracket. And if we multiply out this bracket, it should take us back to what we had in the original question. So 4 times x is 4x, 4 times 2 is 8, so we end up with 4x plus 8 if we multiply out that bracket. So let's go through a few more examples. Here, 5 and 25, both in the 5 times table. So 5, then a bracket. 5 times x gives us 5x. 5 times 5 gives us 25 with a plus sign in the middle, so that's that fully factorised. This one, 6 times table, so they're both in the 6 times table. So 6, bracket y, minus 3. 6 times y is 6y, 6 times 3 is 18. And the last one, again, there is only a number common factor here, but it's not 4, because they're not in the 4 times table. Okay, so 6 isn't a multiple of 4. So we've got to think lower down. They're both even numbers, so they're both in the 2 times table. So we do 2 this time, and in a bracket. And at the beginning, 2 times what would give us 4a. Well, this time it's not going to be 2 times a, because that would only give us 2a. So we've got to do 2 times 2 to get the 4. So 2 times 2a to get the 4a. And at the end, same as we did before, 2 watts give us 6, 2 threes give you 6. Okay, and if we multiply that back out, it takes us back to the original question. Let's have a look at what happens if you add in some letters as a common factor as well. So this one, first couple, we're going to just focus on having a letter as a common factor instead of a number. 2 and 3, there's no common factor there, so we can't do anything in terms of a number common factor. But you'll notice that they both contain an x. Okay, there's an x here and an x here. So we can take out x as a common factor. We can't take out x squared because the first term, the 2x, doesn't contain an x squared. Okay, so x times what gives you 2x, and it's the same process. So x times what gives you 2x? Well, x times 2 would give you 2x. Plus, x times what would give us 3x squared. Well, we need to multiply by 3, definitely, because x times 3 is 3x, but that wouldn't give us the 3x squared. So we need another x. Remember, x squared is x times x, so we need another x there to multiply by. So 3x times x would give us 3x squared. Okay, let's have a go at another one there. So again, no number common factor for 4 and 3. They do have a letter common factor of a. So we take a outside the bracket. A times what gives you 4a squared. Well, we've got to have a 4. That would only give us 4a. We want 4a squared, so we've got to have 4a inside the bracket. Minus sign in the middle this time. A times what gives us 3a? That would be a 3. And that would be the expression fully factorised. Let's look at the next one. 5c squared minus 10c. Okay, so this time we're going to look at the numbers first. They're both in the 5 times table. Okay, so 5 is a common factor. Take that out, but also they both contain a c. So c is also a common factor. Okay, so 5c times what gives you 5c squared? 5c times c would give you 5c squared. Minus 5c times what gives you 10c? Well, 5 twos give us 10. We've already got the c, so that would give us our 10c altogether, and that would be the expression fully factorised. And on to the last example. Again, looking at the numbers first, 8 and 12. They're not in the 8 times table, they're in the 4 times table. So 4 would be a common factor for the numbers. For the letters, they both contain an A. They don't both contain a C. Okay, so I open up the bracket. 4A times what gives you 8A? Well, 4A times 2 would give us 8A. We've already got the A, so we don't need an extra A inside the bracket, or that would make it squared. 4A times what gives you 12AC. So 4 times 3 is 12. We've got the A outside. We put the C inside. That would give us 12AC, and that would be the expression fully factorised. Hopefully you found that helpful. For other maths videos and resources, please visit www.highschoolmaths.co.uk. And if you did like the video, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe. And remember to share this with your friends. Thanks for watching, and have a mathemagical day.